this is the icebreaker speech. We always get to know the speaker just a little bit better, and today to give his icebreaker speech is one of our newest members, Craig Wetter.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. December 20th, 2013 was the last day that I ever put on a pair of khakis. Now, I don't have a specific problem with that color or that choice of pants. I've just come to realize that I no longer have a need for them. Because December 20th, 2013 was the last day of my 25-year engineering career, where it seemed as though khakis were part of the unofficial uniform that we wore. It was khakis and collared shirts. At the ripe young age of 51, I left my established career to follow my dreams. You might wonder how that came about. A little over a year prior to that date, I read a book called Infinite Possibilities, The Art of Living Your Dreams. It was written by a guy named Mike Dooley, who, interestingly enough, early in his career, was an award-winning speaker at Toastmasters events. This book reveals the immense power that our thoughts have to create our experience in this life. I read the book, my wife read the book, and we attended an Infinite Possibilities conference, and we actually became certified trainers, and we've led workshops on this book. There are 3 essential components to living the life of your dreams. Number 1 is awareness. You have to actually know what your dreams and desires for this life are. Number 2 is belief. You have to believe that your dreams can actually come true. And number 3 is taking action. It's impossible to get from point A to point B without taking action. So I'd like to walk you through how I did those. In the first category, awareness, I sought to answer the question that few people actually ever ask or answer, and that is, how do I want this life to be? So I sat down, and over a span of a couple weeks, I made a list. I made a giant, audacious, beautiful list that described how I wanted life to be. And I broke it out into 6 categories. My vocation, my marriage, my health, my character, my finances, and then the 6th category was just for fun. It was for things that didn't fall in any of those other categories. So armed with this beautiful list that painted how I wanted life to be, I had to confront my beliefs. Did I believe I was worthy of these things? Did I believe I could achieve these things? And an interesting thing occurred. As I sought to examine my beliefs, I found out beliefs that I didn't even know that I had. They were sort of hidden in the background. And I also found beliefs that were very limiting. They limited my view of myself and what I was capable of, and limited my view of this world. So I had to dismantle many of those beliefs, and it turns out that that's actually a lifelong activity, is understanding my beliefs and then dismantling ones that don't serve me. And then in the final category, taking action, I did take every category on my list and make some changes in my life and move in the general direction of my dreams in those areas. And in the matter of my vocation, it wasn't clear to me at that point that I needed to leave engineering, but I did go to work after that with a different mindset and different behaviors, and in fact, I even changed the position that I had within the company that I was in. But it started to become more and more clear that my dream vocation wasn't engineering. In about 7 months after I wrote that list, it became financially feasible for me to leave my engineering career with the intention to take a 2-year period to replace that income and create the vocation of my dreams. I'm still working on the replacing the income part, but it's been almost 2 years now, and I can tell you that it's been mostly fun, but it hasn't been easy. I've learned a lot about myself, some good things and some things that I wasn't aware of that I really, really needed to work on. So one of these days, if I ever decide to update my resume, it will definitely be very colorful relative to the last 2 years. During that period of time, I became a speaker, I became a writer, I recently have become a mobile app developer, I became an executive producer of a movie, and I co-founded a publishing company. And for a short period of time, I was actually COO of a startup, but I didn't like that, so I quit that. But of all these things, there's really one of those that really lights me up inside and makes me feel like I'm achieving my purpose in this life, and that is to be an inspirational speaker. Now, I'll tell you, that's scary to admit in front of a Toastmasters group, a group of people that are already accomplished speakers and know what good speaking actually sounds like. But actually, walking through your fear is also a part of living the life of your dreams. And me joining a Toastmaster club is an example of me taking action on that particular dream. And in the short period of time that I've been involved in this club, what I've come to believe and appreciate about Toastmasters is we're actually all on each other's team. We're helping each other fulfill our goals and our desires, and for some folks, you're actually helping them fulfill their dreams. So I'd like to officially express gratitude for you all being on my team now and welcome you as an important part of my khaki-free life. Good job.